What's up, guys? Welcome to the Thursday edition of ATP Live. I'm your host, Andre Morton, and the ATP Network is also known as the Andre and Ty Peasant Network. You can catch us on YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and Twitter. And also, too, guys, before I start, I got a slew of news stories to show you guys. So, it one kind of like fun one, like two liberals basically bargaining at each other. Don't you just love liberals, man? Even the PMC liberals, like they pretend to be independent media, but actually they're MSNBC with a independent facade, like JB Fun said. But here's some shameless plugs. Down support my best friend and the CEO of the ATP Network, Ty Peasant. A cash app is $Liz4285. Right on the bottom of your ticker there. All you have is $1, $2 to give to her. That's fine, man. Like I know probably like 200 or 300 people watch this in total out of all the platforms, but 300 of those people gave her $1. That's fine. Like, and if you ain't got it, follow her on Twitter. Her handle is @HorrorGirl, and go on her page, and she always have her mutual aid request pinned on the top of the comment section on Twitter. So check that out, guys. You don't be ashamed to do something like even a small intricate like retweeting something is important. And also too, sorry for the noise back there, guys. Guest. Donate to Travis. He's our ATP publicist. His cash app is KBauer11. I need to start promoting all the members of the network that are working class because we all need help. And also too, Provolone. The reason you probably haven't seen her a lot lately is because she's going through stuff. So keep her in your thoughts. Keep her son in your thoughts. And if you can again, if you got a few dollars, it's fine. Donate to her on the bottom. Miss Provolone 1967. And also to y'all, last and not least, subscribe to my podcast, Real Recognize Real, available on all major podcasting platforms, man. Like I love doing podcasts. I love doing this. This is like my therapy because as a working class guy myself, even though according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, I'm middle class, but after those bills, I don't feel middle class. But anyway, this is my therapy, and I enjoy this. Hopefully in the future, the other members of the ATP network will make shows. Provolone was supposed to make a show called Red Flag Academy, but that's got delayed. And Tired Peasant, give her some grace. She's she lot of things have changed over the past month. So yeah, she's trying to get everything sorted out with that. So at least you can see her on Tea Time right now. I'm just gonna say that. So you gotta be patient. Like these are working class people. People got lives outside of social media. Like we not online all the time. I'm definitely not. Even though people think I'm online all the time on Twitter, they don't know that. What really saves my ass is Twitter let you schedule tweets. So most of my tweets are scheduled, guys. Like I'm not online all the time. I'm not addicted to Twitter. So I just schedule them, cause I promote a whole lot of shit. Like y'all don't know I gotta promote this network, mutual aid, Palestinian mutual aid. Then some of my comrades want me to promote them. It ain't nothing wrong with that, but it's hard to do that on the fly. You know what I mean? So if you prefab your tweets beforehand, it's just one less thing to worry about. And then on top of that, I do this. I gotta edit and I gotta make clips because I thought YouTube prioritized live streaming, but the clips is what driving the views onto our channel and subscribers. So gotta make clips and all that stuff. So just be patient with us. The ATV Network, we're still a small channel. I mean, small network. We getting things together. It's slow, but it's for sure. So yeah. On to the first story. Okay, guys, the first story I got here is titled "How John Deere Robs Farmers of 4.2 billion a year," which is fucking insane. These corporations, man, like they just I hate to use this word because this word is horrible. These corporations are a cancer, man. What cancer do is eat at you, eat at you, eat at you until you dead. And obviously. Sorry about that, guys. Damn guest, man, a pain in my ass. But oh man, what can you do? Sometimes I wish I was isolated from society. Neighbors. But anyway, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, these corporations are cancer, man. They just eat at you, eat at you, eat at you. Now, these farmers, some of you guys know climate change is hitting them too pretty hard, and then you got to contend with that. You might not make the same amount of revenue that you usually make, and then John Deere comes along, and I guess I haven't watched this video yet, to be honest with you guys. I'm just gonna be real. So I'm watching it with you, but it's I'm finna play the video, man. It's ridiculous.
I raise registered Black Angus. I also sell about 1,000 ton of hay. The operations of a new tractor are really nice. Modern equipment has a lot of sensors, electronic switches. These power shift transmissions are wonderful. But during the busy season, the tractor kept shutting down for no reason. It was weird. They would just randomly.
Now it seems like to me, I mean, it's just like cars too, to be honest with you. These new cars, man, yeah, sensors are good. I mean, they make a thing more fuel efficient, more power efficient, but they make these damn equipment and cars fucking ticking time bombs, man. Like, it's like sometimes, man, you be best. I'm just talking about the general people. You be best sticking to a fucking a fucking old school car, man, or old school tractor from 1950 or something. Like, I'm serious. Like the newer these cars get, the more complicated the computers, like the CAN bus and all that stuff is. These mechanics can't fix it. Like, I got a cousin in Mississippi that fix cars. Like, I mean, he can't even fix mine, and it's a 2011. So even in 20, so yeah, like playing obsolescence is a motherfucking thing. It's a real motherfucking thing. Okay.
Shut down. And so I thought maybe it was something in the fuel system. I changed the fuel filter, but it kept doing it. So then I finally called our John Deere mechanic, and he said, really the only way we can figure this out is we got to hook up a computer and download the error codes. And I said, all right, can I come in and borrow it? Oh, no, we don't do that. I said, okay, I'll rent it. How much does it cost to rent it? No, we don't rent it. Well, I had hay ready to bail.
Of course they don't. See, they want you to drive it up to the John Deere dealership, drop it off with them so they can charge you exorbitant amount of fucking like labor fees and diagnostic fees and all these fees. Then, then you get a big enormous bill. Like, that's how they like that caption says, that's how they make their profits. Like back then, tractor breaks down, maybe, yeah, something simple like a fuel system, like he said, or carburetor. It had carburetors on back in the day too. All you had to do is just, find a local mechanic that could fix it. Boom, you back moving hay and stuff. But yeah, I'm not surprised. They do the same thing with cars too, guys. I'm pretty sure some of you guys know about that if you had car issues before in the past.
And that's a critical time, because if you get a little rain, it could wreck the quality of the hay. He says, I can't get to you for a week. They aren't going to give me the tools to be able to fix it myself. I was stuck.
John Deere is costing farmers and ranchers like Walter billions of dollars in lost income. And what John Deere is doing affects you even if you're not a farmer.
It has officially happened. Authorization denied.
A repair shop like mine, we're charging.
Yeah, like, of course it's going to affect us because the farmers, if the equipment ain't working, then the farmers got to brand another tractor or whatever. And then what the farmers have to do to make up that profit they missed out on, or or lack of profit. They go pass it down to the people. Of course, not surprising.
half what Apple would charge.
Almost a whole entire paycheck just to swap out some handlebars.
If I replace a component, it breaks something in the phone.
I just need a new battery, come on!
Why is it so hard to repair the things we own? So this...
Yeah. This goes with anything like that. Like a lot of these car companies on the dashboard, they'll say a fault, take it to dealer, or your phone, like take it to the Apple store. Like they don't want you to fix your own shit anymore. Like even these computers, like these brand new laptops, they already junk. They're not good quality laptops as it is. And then on top of that too, like if the motherfucker breaks down, where you gonna fix it? Like nobody. Like I don't think it's not a lot of. If you notice, it's not a lot of computer shops anymore. Like you used to take your laptop, desktop, whatever, to the computer shop, and they used to fix it and charge you. Then you have a computer again. But now they make these things with a ticking time bomb inside. Like, one thing I worry about too, like Christmas coming up, and kids probably need a laptop for school or whatever. But a lot of these cheap laptops at Walmart and Target and Best Buy sale, like, it's a good, well, I wouldn't say a good price, a decent price. But the problem is that you buying your kids something that's not gonna last. Like, at least the motherfucker lasts at least, I'd say 10 years, 8 to 10 years, at least, without trouble free. But I bought a cheap laptop for my neighbor, and she's already having problems with it. I heard about those laptops being shitty, but I should have bought her a better one. Like, sometimes, man, just save your money. Wait. I know a lot of people want to impress on Christmas, but wait a few more months. Get the more better one, and hopefully it'll last longer than because these cheap laptops are not meant to last. Like, like it's ridiculous. And yeah, the same with these cars and this farm equipment. Like, let me see. That guy gets that tractor fixed. Probably it's not even an expensive repair, but John Deere gonna overcharge a guy, and then God knows what else happened down the road, and they tell him he need a new tractor. So yeah, it's this capitalist system, man. It's cancer, man. It's cancer.
This is the tractor.
Yep, this is the culprit. It was just randomly shutting down. First thing we did was change the fuel filters in it, and it didn't really resolve the problem. So I was stymied at that point.
That's the only thing that you basically have the ability to do without the John Deere software.
That's exactly right. Yep. The first couple tractors I learned to drive on didn't have any electric controls. It was all mechanical controls. But, those old tractors were pretty easy to diagnose if there was a problem, and pretty easy to fix those problems.
When a modern John Deere tractor malfunctions, you can't diagnose the problem without John Deere's software. But John Deere won't let farmers or independent mechanics.
That's crazy, because even a car, you can diagnose a car, OBD2. Eventually, I wouldn't be surprised if one of these auto manufacturers do the same shit. Like, say, see John Deere doing it, having success at it, then or Kia, Hyundai, or something like that says, no, we got a different kind of system. You got to go to a Kia dealer, a Hyundai dealer, to get it diagnosed. Yeah, that's total shit. Like, yeah, it's crazy.
Use it. Only an authorized dealership.
And I said, all right, well, send your tech. Let's get it done.
Yeah.
And he says, well, but we're pretty busy. We might be able to do it a little faster if you brought it into our shop.
And that faster ended up being...
A month.
See?
In farming, let's go. Time is of the essence.
We have windows of opportunity where we can get our crop planted at the right time. Too early, you might damage the crop. Too late, you might damage the crop. And then on top of that, you've got Mother Nature.
If Walter didn't bale his hay quickly, he stood to lose hundreds of thousands of dollars. On top of that, the repair wasn't cheap.
The part itself was about $150, $160. And the labor to actually change that part was about $300. But my bill
Holy
was
shit.
almost $5,000.
Holy what? Hold the fuck up. You telling me that it only costs 300 plus 150, 500, around $500. Excuse me, y'all. No, $450. Yeah, $450 to fix that, but your bill end up being. See, that's the shit I'm talking about. And you know, I'm worried about females that go to these auto repair shops, man. I got a friend that she ain't got no like male figure family member to help her with that, or you know, she's not car savvy. But I'm fearing that God forbid something happened to her car and she take her car to a mechanic shop and they'll charge her exorbitant amount just to fix a simple part like it. Oh my God, $5,000, $450, and $5,000 does not correlate together.
This is why those repair restrictions exist. Service and repair work can yield John Deere 5 times more profit than new equipment sales.
John Deere's profits grew by 61% in recent years, and their CEO's salary grew by 160%.
Was just a faulty sensor. It only took them, you know, a couple hours to swap it out.
Is that something you could have done yourself?
Oh, certainly. Yep.
Okay.
As long as I had the software and the computer to reprogram the sensor.
So you need the software both to diagnose the problem and then also make the actual part repair.
Yep, that's right.
That strategy of requiring software to install a new part, it's called parts pairing. And it was invented by Apple, who's been a real leader in the anti. See what I'm saying? See, car manufacturers do the same thing too. Where you can't like I'm feeling car manufacturers do the same thing too. Because hell, John Deere is, I mean, tractor's basically a vehicle. I would not be surprised. And of course, Apple, right? Yeah, the same Apple that when you send text messages to an Android device. Well, it's a video message. It's in like 144p or some shit. Yeah, I'm not surprised, man. Repair space. They also glue in phone batteries, so you can't just swap them out when they die. And they use proprietary screws to make it harder to get into their product. Other companies have followed suit, making it more expensive for us to fix our devices.
The crazy thing is, Apple said though, they let you fix your phone by yourself. They allow that, but the problem with that is that the battery got to be certified by Apple. So if you buy a third-party battery to replace your iPhone with, because who got money to keep buying a phone every year? Like, that's what Apple wants you to do. Like, nobody's stupid. Like, Apple wants you to buy. That's why they sell phones every year. Like, Apple, you know, fuck Apple. They hate Palestinians. But I'm just saying, like, these phones are powerful enough to last at least 2 years, trouble free. Like, I'm just saying, like, I know people that still got an iPhone 11 and still works great. Like, and what were we on, iPhone 16? I mean, the battery probably degraded. Yeah, battery's going to wear out. Like, there's nothing you can really do about that. You know, even if you don't use your phone much, like, batteries wear out. Like, it's just the way it is. Yeah, man. Yeah, and right there I see a dishwasher. Yeah. They don't, like, back then, a dishwasher, mechanical dishwasher, you could hire somebody, you know, around the neighborhood to fix it for you. But part $50, boom. Now everything's got electronics in it. More electronic sensors, more electronic components, more CAN buses, more bus, more. Yeah, I'm speaking in technical terms.
Kitchen appliances, video game consoles, cars, and so much more.
Harley-Davidson Screaming Eagle parts only.
Y'all remember when the Xbox 360? I was young then. The disk drive wouldn't work right. What you had to do is to fix it. You had to fix it yourself. You can open up the top of the console, the disk drive, like sometimes it would slide in and out. You could fix it yourself. It was like a way you could do it. I kind of forgot how to do it, but yeah, good luck. Well, everything is really digital now. It's no more physical media at this point. But you know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, I know the newer gaming consoles got a disk drive, but if that disk drive fails, Pretty sure you can't fix that yourself. Oh, the Xbox One too had a problem with the disc. It wouldn't read disc right, so you could fix it yourself. Like this is when that logo the Xbox One came out like 10 years ago. Came that console 10 years old. You can fix it yourself, but now, good luck. Like they figured out how to make these things really a ticket time bomb. So yeah.
And only installed by Harley-Davidson mechanics. If you install anything on your motorcycle, your warranty is voided.
Taylor, the manufacturer of McDonald's ice cream machines,
Well, that's been a thing though. Like, yeah, even when your car has a warranty, if you take it to a mechanic not dealer, it's not a dealer mechanic. You take it to a third party mechanic, yeah, it voids your warranty. Like, it's something in their system that, or they can like you, if the parts been changed, it's some in their system they know like, hey, this is a third party component. Like these corporations, man, they so evil, conniving motherfuckers, man.
makes 25% of their profits from repairs. So, like John Deere, they lock their machine software so only an authorized technician can fix them. And stores end up waiting weeks for one to arrive, which is why McDonald's soft serve machine is always broken.
Y'all wonder why the ice cream machine's still broken.
For 3 generations, Walter and his family have been fixing their own equipment. But now, John Deere isn't just restricting them from doing so. They're arguing that farmers don't actually own their tractors. So, a quick primer on property rights. If I go into a bookstore and buy a book, I can confidently say I own it. I can do whatever I want with it. Read it, lend it, resell it. I can even take a power tool to it and turn it into a lamp. This is all thanks to a very old provision of copyright law called the First Sale Doctrine.
Once a copy is sold to a member of the public, the publisher or the rights holder no longer has control over that copy. That's how we have public libraries in the United States, for example. It's why we have used record stores and Goodwill.
The First Sale Doctrine draws a clear line between intellectual property and the personal property of consumers. But in the digital age, that line is becoming blurry. If I go to Amazon's
Yes, like, you could buy a game. I ain't talking about Xbox Game Pass. I'm talking about you can literally buy a game from the Microsoft Store or PlayStation Store, wherever, and you technically don't own that game, even though you paid $70 for it. Yeah, that's fucking crazy because Sony or Microsoft could say, they don't have the, I forgot what they call it, the not rights to it, some kind of thing. Some kind of lawyer type rhetoric, and the game is basically useless. So, $60 is gone. When back then, you can insert your game into the Xbox, your Xbox 360 or PlayStation 2, 3, and play the fucking game. It's yours. You buy a game for Walmart or Best Buy or Target, it's yours. Now, everything is digital, almost everything. And they can say, yeah, we're not going to you probably ain't going to play this game anymore. I know a lot of you guys don't play video games, but I do every now and then. But yeah, they don't want us to own shit. That's what this video is getting to. They don't want us to own nothing. Even cars, like, you pay the terms of payment, 4 years, 5 years, and then I'm talking these newer cars, and then they go wrong, and then you got to go back to the yeah.
bookstore, I'm clicking a button that says buy, and I'm paying them money. But according to Amazon, I didn't buy anything. I only licensed it. When you frame a
license. So yeah. That's it, license. So that's why it's good to play a video longer. You buy a video game, for example. You don't own it. You have the licensing to it. Then once that license is Sony and Microsoft can say, we don't fuck with this licensing anymore, you can't play the game. It's not like Netflix or Hulu or Xbox Game Pass where you watch it it's only there for a limited time, then it goes away. You actually buy the game or movie. They doing movies like that too. Sony, some movie overseas somewhere. I forgot that story. The same shit. I'm like, wow. Like, they don't want us to own homes. That's why everybody's renting and paying exorbitant rent prices. They don't want us to own our own cars. That's why they make all this computers, all this complicated computings in our cars. They don't want us to own books, ebooks, and video games. Like, they don't want us to own nothing. What happened to the days of fucking going to the video store? Well, that's different. What happened to the days of maybe going to like buying a video or DVD from a store and coming back home and it's yours? You can play it as many times you want to. You ain't got to worry about licensing and all that technical shit. Oh, man. Capitalism. It all boils down to capitalism and systematic issues.
Transaction as licensing instead of selling, the consumer rights we get with the first sale doctrine don't apply anymore. Instead, those rights remain with, in this case, Amazon, who can put all sorts of restrictions.
Yeah, same with the video games. Like, yeah, so basically, it's up to the lords of Jeff Bezos or Sony and Microsoft to say, you might not. I let you play that video game or read that book for a period of time, and you can't read it no more. Fucking bullshit, man.
Restrictions on us. So, according to the contract I agreed to when I bought this book, I can only read this ebook using an Amazon-approved device if I have an active Amazon account. I can't loan it, make copies of it, or resell it. And
yeah, that's called DRM. Yeah, DRM.
Amazon will make extra sure I don't do any of those things by putting digital locks on their ebooks that would stop me if I tried. It's like renting a book with an invisible string that ties it to the seller. That invisible string is called Digital Rights Management, or DRM.
Yeah, I remember Microsoft. I bet y'all saying, this nigga bringing up video games again, but this, yeah, Microsoft wanted digital right management. Like, let's say you bought a game. I'm talking about this is with the Xbox One, but eventually they still did DRM, but they did it at a lower. They did it like kind of sneaky. So you buy a game, it's yours, right? That's when physical media was still kind of prevalent. It was kind of dying then, 10 years ago. But you buy a game, play it. But let's say your friend wants to play it. Basically, according to the DRM for Microsoft, you can't sell it. You can't give it away. The only way they could get it is some kind of code that they had to get. You had to give it to them, then they could play the game. I'm shit y'all not. Like, go look it up yourself. Xbox One DRM on Google, man. Just Google it or DuckDuckGo it. Like, I'm serious. Like, these corporations, man, they like, this is stupid, but they slick. They some slick motherfuckers, man. Yeah, DRM. Everything, even fortunately, Apple, if you buy a song from iTunes, I'm shocked that Apple hasn't did the DRM with that either. But I'm not giving them ideas, But yeah.
And you'll find it on almost every digital product: software, music, movies, books, video games. And if you figure out how to get around your ebook's DRM to lend it to a friend anyway, you'd be violating the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Companies are using the DMCA to justify lots of dystopian things, like slapping subscription fees onto our printers and toothbrushes. We dug into that in another video you can check out here.
Yeah.
So, this book I can lend, this one I can't because I'd be violating copyright law. It doesn't really make sense. But John Deere is applying that same twisted legal logic to farmers who want to fix their equipment worth millions of dollars. They told the Copyright Office that farmers aren't paying for the copyrighted software that runs their tractors. They're paying for a license to operate their tractors.
A license to operate a tractor. Oh my God, man. Poor farmers, man. Next, it will be people that owns a car. You don't own the car, even though you make monthly car payments on it. Once the car payment's over, but you own a license into it. Let's say software to stuff. We already there now. Like think Toyota, for example, they like have a subscription service where to like remote start your car. Like I'm serious. Like to remote start your car, you gotta pay Toyota a subscription fee to remote start your car. Fuck it, I just do it the old school way. My car don't have remote start. I just get in that motherfucker. It might be cold as hell. It might be hot as hell. Turn that motherfucker on and turn on the climate control. Like fuck that. This is everything is a subscription. Like this is like understand with Netflix and Hulu. You know, you can't you can't share the movie to another friend, you know, like to somebody, you know, like y'all can watch it together on one screen, but I'm talking about like just give it, you know. But if you buy something, you pay for it, it should be yours. You buy a video game, even if it's digitally, you should be able to give that video game to a friend. Like, hey, here you go, man. Send it to them, whatever, how you do it, email or whatever. Here you go, man. But they won't make money like that. It's all about profit. See, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Sony, like all these motherfuckers, they don't make money off their physical hardware. They make money off their software and subscriptions. People don't know that.
Do you think it's fair that farmers and ranchers will pay $300,000 or $1 million to purchase a combine or a tractor to not own it? We're not leasing it. We're buying that.
See?
The gadgets that are in it are part of that equipment. And the technology that runs that gadgets is part of that equipment. We thought when we bought that tractor that we bought that tractor lock, stock, and barrel.
Now, you might be wondering, if farmers don't own their tractors because they run on software, doesn't that call into question whether we truly own any of our smart devices? Car companies.
Shit. Yeah. Do we own our smart device? No. Yeah. I probably own this computer I got. I pay for it my own hard-earned cash. I probably own these headphones. Well, ain't no subscription service to get with this, but they don't want you to own anything. Oh, God.
You certainly think so. General Motors told the Copyright Office that the software in your vehicle is licensed to you. So it's GM who...
See? What I said? I tell you, I ain't watched this video. You don't even own your car no more. You don't even own your car. You don't own nothing. The software is licensed to you. Oh God, that's why I maybe need to go back to go back to the fucking 60s and 70s. Give me a fucking like give me one of those barn finds and fucking fix that motherfucker up, man, and drive that motherfucker. Like it's getting like that, this type of dystopian. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh God, now I see why a lot of people are fixing up older cars and driving them on the road. It makes sense because this is ridiculous. So the software, like your infotainment screen, you don't own that. The software that runs your can and all that stuff, you don't own that. And you pay how much for these fucking cars? These trucks are buying a new truck is fucking ridiculous. A lot of these trucks are almost $100,000. I don't see no working class person, no fucking GNC Yukon or fucking Sierra. Hell, oh my God! But I'm not surprised. Like this shit started really 10 years ago, and these corporations never look back. All these corporations
owns the vehicle through its entire life. If you like taking your car to your local repair shop for oil changes, this is bad news.
In the past, an oil change was as simple as, pressing the gas pedal 3 times. Today, you're hooking up an extremely expensive piece of software.
Bob Lane owns this independent auto repair shop near Boston. He's seen firsthand how car manufacturers have used new tech advancements not just to make cars more safe and more fun to drive, but to monopolize the repair market.
What I'll have to do is I will have to plug into the OBD connector along with my scanner
Bob's technician is using BMW's proprietary software to finish up.
Yeah.
John Deere is costing farmers and ranchers like Walter. Doesn't that call into question whether we
into the OBD?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah. They want you to use a proprietary software, which costs the mechanic shops lots of money because that technology is not cheap, and then they pass that expense to the customer. See what I'm saying? Oh God. Let me continue, man. Not surprised.
Connector along with my scanner.
Bob's technician is using BMW's proprietary software to finish up an oil change on a 2023 model.
I'm now connected to the vehicle.
Each manufacturer has their own software, which mechanics need to figure out.
All this for an oil change. I remember doing an oil change. I had an old Toyota Tacoma, old truck, and it took me 10 minutes. Take the oil cap off. Take the oil cap off on top, then take, I know, under the motor, the cap on the bottom, the oil come out. Then you put new oil in, you change the oil filter, you check out around the motor, make sure, everything's fine. Place the air filter if needed. Turn the car on, make sure there's enough oil in there, check the oil level. Now you need to fucking plug the goddamn, software into the car. What the fuck are we doing? Technology, man, it's good, but it's too much. It's too much. This is they want you to take your car to the dealership to do it, and oil changes have gotten obscenely expensive. Like my mama, she had to take her car get oil changed, and she just got a regular car, and the motherfucker was almost $100 when it used to be. She showed me over receipts, $42 for an oil change. Now it's $100. Yeah, and she goes to the dealership. So, oh man, what?
Why your check engine light is on, and then to do the actual repair. Car makers won't sell that software to mechanics, but they will license it through expensive temporary subscriptions.
24 hours can be $200, $250. An annual
subscription services have gotten ridiculous. Like everything they want, that's how they make their profits. They realize that subscription service is a big ass money maker. So let's take advantage of the little man and the working man. Let's put more money, charge them way more money just to pad our pockets, buy subscriptions. Like bad enough to watch a movie, you gotta pay for a subscription. To listen to songs you gotta pay a subscription. To use apps, you gotta pay a subscription. Like Apple charge the app developers a whole lot of money to use their to develop their apps with iOS. So the subscription fees, I looked because I got an Android tablet and I got an iPhone iPad, and I noticed the Android prices for subscription for something like $5.99 a month. Apple's is double that, $10.99 a month. So next to be a subscription does stay. Well, hell, it is a goddamn subscription. A rent is a damn subscription within itself. But you get what I'm saying, man. This is driving me fucking crazy, man. How many minutes I got? I'll pay a little bit more of this. I gotta get to the next few stories. I got 3 more stories to go. See, man, this is why we need to build a new system. We can't change this system. Like this is what the system wants. This is system how it's intended to work. That's why we need a new system, guys.
fee could be $10,000 or $15,000, depending on the manufacturer.
Holy shit.
What we're really concerned about today is resetting the engine oil.
When the technician tries to reset the level, nothing happens.
And sure enough, it didn't do it.
Even after subscribing to BMW's software, Bob's shop can't reset the oil light.
Or oil light. My car, at least, the oil light, or the oil life light, that's what it is. You hold the thing down on the dashboard and it resets to 100. And now they made it simple like that to fucking a computer, and a lot of times the software is glitchy. Like, this is costing them time and money. Hopefully they don't charge these people, whoever BMW this is, more money per hour for this. It's ridiculous.
Because BMW has put on a software lock that only the dealership can do it.
We should be able to reset that light. We're in the auto repair business.
That's
So if you bring your car to me, I don't want to fix your car and get 80% of the way through a diagnosis and not have the information to complete that diagnosis, the additional 20%. And then I say, I got to send you to the dealer because we don't have the information.
Data restrictions cost independent repair shops.
So they had to go to the dealership just to get the oil light reset, but he got the software from the manufacturer. I need to quit pausing. It's a lot you gotta say with this corrupt shit, man. I'm sorry,
around $3 billion each year.
Do you want to see your mom and dad's friend down the street that was fixing cars go out of business? Because that's what's going to happen.
Yep.
Car companies also lock out
Nobody talking about this. Like EVs are becoming mainstream now. Like basically, cars with internal combustion engines are basically computers, but a fucking car that runs on car batteries. Yeah, mom and pop shop down the road is not gonna fix your Tesla or your whatever the fuck EV they make. So what those mechanics gonna do? All that years of hard work, what they gonna do? So see what I'm saying? Like automation and AI it's now it's having dire consequences. But now, whew.
Local repair shops by aggressively getting design patents for the parts of a car that are most likely to be damaged in a collision.
So if you crash your Ford Fiesta and you need a new fender, if there's a design patent on that fender, the only place you're going to be able to get that part is from Ford, and Ford gets to charge whatever it wants to charge.
These are all reasons why your car repair bill has shot up nearly 70% in the last decade. Repair monopolies don't just cost us money, they also endanger our health, like for people who use electric wheelchairs.
I've got friends that spend almost a whole year in bed because they're waiting on repairs.
And having to wait for authorized repairs can leave hospitals without critical equipment for weeks.
They don't. See, yeah, I'm gonna end it right there, y'all. I gotta get to the next few stories. Got a lot of stuff to cover, but yeah, man, I spent 43 minutes on this because people need to see this, man. Like they don't want you to fix nothing. They don't want you to own nothing. They just want you to fix it at the authorized like. And then on top of that, these you take it to a dealership, and if something really, really complicated, then they won't even fucking fix it. So I mean, not fix it, but y'all see what I'm saying. They can't even fix it because it's an intermittent problem. What if it's an intermittent problem? So yeah, y'all, I had to show y'all that, man. It's sad, man. This world going to hell in a handbasket, I tell you that. All right, guys. The next story I got is from Mundo Weiss. It says, House passes dangerous bill that targets nonprofits, pro-Palestine groups. It says here, I'm gonna highlight it. The House passed H.R. 9495, a bill that will allow the Secretary of Treasury to strip tax exemption status for nonprofits. Many view the draconian legislation as an attempt to crack down on the Palestine movement. Well, I mean, I would say this, like, 90% of the fucking government is bought by AIPAC, a foreign agent. They should be noticed as a foreign agent. Of course they're going to do things to manipulate people like possibly like the Butterfly Project. Unfortunately, these non-profits are in other countries. And God forbid, if those countries are pro-Israel, and I probably will fuck with them too. So that's the vote right there. I'm finna read it. Let me make it a little bit big. Well, yeah, it's big enough. I got on 125. It says the House passed H.R. 9495 to stop terror financing and tax penalties on American. What kind of fucking name is that? Stop terror financing and tax penalties on American Hostages Act? Wow. So basically, the Palestinians are terror? American Hostages Act? A controversial piece of legislation that would allow the U.S. Treasury Secretary to strip tax exemption status from nonprofits that are deemed as terrorist supporting. So, if you supporting Palestine, you are considered a terrorist. Well, I ain't surprised. Like, it's crazy. Many view the legislation as an attempt to crack down on the Palestinian movement, which has faced increasing suppression since Israel began its genocidal assault on Gaza in October 2023. The final vote was 219 to 184. Every Republican voted on the bill beside Thomas Massey. 15 Democrats voted for the measure, down from 52 when the bill was voted on earlier this month. The final vote of that effort was 156 to 145, but it's required a 2/3 majority to pass because GOP lawmakers were trying to pass a bill on a suspension vote. A previous version of the bill cleared the House in April by a vote of 382 to 11. Wow. A number of organizations and lawmakers have already expressed concern over the development. Excuse me, guys. It's appalling that the face of overwhelming civil society opposition, 204 Republicans and 15 Democrats in the House voted in favor of a bill that would be used to strip organizations of their non-profit status in a politically motivated fashion and without proper due process, said defending rights and dissent policy director Chip Gibbons said in a statement. The bill has driven by the current McCarthyite attacks on Palestinian solidarity activism, but it empowers the executive branch to crack down on charity broadly. It is intolerable for many administrations to have those powers, but it's reckless for anyone who claims Trump poses a threat to democracy to hand his administration yet another weapon to use against their opponents. So, you see what I'm saying, y'all? Like, they claim that Trump is a threat to democracy. Like, we don't have no fucking democracy. But they doing this, which is basically saying that if you're a nonprofit organization helping people that are getting fucking oppressed and getting bummed the hell out of in their own fucking land by a fucking imaginary state, then, they saying basically you can't have no none. You can't be tax exempt. Sorry about that, guys. Where was I? Holy shit. I need to start kicking people out of my house when I'm recording. I really need to. Let me read some more. By voting for HR 9495 today, the House of Representatives showed fear over freedom, said ACLU Federal Policy Council Kia Hamadachi. If I'm getting her name wrong, I apologize. I'm not a smart person. After over 100 years of defending civil liberties in this country, we know that American people won't sit quietly as politicians try to ram through anti-democratic legislation like this one. Over the last few weeks, we've seen hundreds of thousands of people make their opposition to this bill known, flooding members with so many phone calls, texts, emails that dozens of representatives flip their vote. As the bill heads to the Senate, we will continue to make sure our voices are heard, and we urge them not to take this bill up before they adjourn. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if this bill, I'm surprised they wouldn't wait till the new Congress comes in. They're going to pass, but okay. This bill is a five-alarm fire for anyone who seeks to protect free speech, civil society, and democracy. We never had free speech, civil society, and democracy. Protect. I mean, there's nothing to protect. I'm just... that's what I think. Jewish Voice for Peace Action Political Director Beth Miller. This bill is a part of a broader MAGA assault on the fundamental right to public protest that begins with attacks on Palestinian rights groups and is aimed at outlawing all social justice movements. Fighting for progressive change, it is shameful that the House of Representatives passed a bill that is straight out of the well-worn authoritarian playbook. The Senate must ensure that this bill to dismantle fundamental freedoms does not move forward or become law. Oh God, yeah, protect democracy, yeah. These motherfuckers, man. I wonder if they think Beth Miller, she's a political director for Jewish Voice for Peace, a big movement that's pro-Palestinian. I wonder if they think she's anti-Semitic. That's crazy. So how can you be like, okay, I'm just saying like a question. I voted against HR 9495 because it gives many administration, including the incoming Trump administration, a tool to weaponize the federal government against civil organizations from unions to groups that support healthcare, protect immigration, and promote civil rights, says Representative Chua Garcia. I voted no on HR 9495 legislation that would give Donald Trump unfettered power to punish civil society groups, news outlets, hospitals, and universities with zero due process, tweeted Premier Jayapal, chair of the Progressive Caucus. Oh, that's a fucking joke, progressive. Anybody can call himself a progressive, but okay. It is authoritarian and undemocratic, played by Republicans to go after the political enemies. And right here, supposed to be a tweet from yeah. While many view the bill as a direct attack on Palestine movement, anthropologist and Professor Darrell Lee explained in a recent article how the bill will inevitably impact a variety of progressive organizations. Wow. So basically, okay, before I read the next part, so basically this bill will not only go after people that supporting Palestinians, it'll go after organizations that revolt against the system, that are against the system or doing something that they don't want them to do. Of course, yeah. They say I like how these two Democratic people say Donald Trump, but Joe Biden doing the same damn thing. So yeah, like Joe Biden and Donald Trump is pretty similar in a lot of ways. I'm just going to say that. After years of repression targeting first the leftists, then the Islamist currents with Palestinian politics, the anti-charity bill now directly threatens liberal U.S. organizations as well, writes Lee. Two Republican House committee chairs earlier this year sent a letter to Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen demanding information on 20 groups from Students for Justice in Palestine, which isn't even registered nonprofit. See, don't matter if you're a nonprofit or not. They don't like you. They don't like you. To liberal behemoths like the Open Society Foundations and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Here, the right is using the bipartisan appeal of anti-Palestinian racism and the tools of the war on terror to pursue its border assault on liberal institutions in its quest for cultural hegemony. This is going to be done anyway. Also, in other cases, the hostility of Palestinian liberation is the tip of a spear aimed at liberal and left causes. Like, for that reason, we should expect the right wing to continue pushing anti-charity bills and to find opportunities to replicate its logic in other ones. The only question is whether enough liberals will wake up to the threat in time. Well, Mr. Lee, I'm finna just tell you this. Democrats is no different than Republicans. You said the liberals, like the liberals don't give a fuck. Like, it passed the House. Now it's gonna go to the Senate, which they're gonna hold until the new Congress comes in, and they're gonna pass it, and it's gonna fuck over people that are pro-Palestinian and also maybe pro-free speech, some other movements. Or hell, it could affect black movements. Like, we know that damn, I forgot their name. The three people that most likely to be in prison next month. The Euro 3. So, I mean, buddy, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know. I guess you're a Democrat, but yeah, it's gonna pass. The second story, before we get to bitch ass Benjamin Netanyahu, wow, this is from Mundo Weiss as well. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm pretty sure everybody in their mama knows, like, information spreads so fast these days. You know that the 19 senators that try to block arms sales to Israel, basically like a arms embargo. This is from Mundo Weiss. It says Senate rejects effort to block arms sales to Israel. 18 lawmakers. I thought it was 19, but Mundo Weiss said 18. But okay, I guess one of them. AIPAC threatened them. 18 lawmakers voted for Bernie Sanders' effort to block arms sales to Israel, but the vast majority of the Senate voted against the measure. And before I get to this article, like, people giving this man and the other Senate members credit, but Is it good step? Yes. Obviously, blocking arms and money to Israel should be done in the first place. But again, this is more symbolic. This isn't this is just a symbolic gesture. It wasn't going to go nowhere. Again, the government is 90% AIPAC. The U.S. Senate has rejected a legislative effort that would have blocked some arms sales to Israel. In September, Senator Bernie Sanders introduced the joint resolutions of disapproval, JRDs, which apply to ammunition, fighter jets, and other weapons. Congress members have the power to introduce resolutions to block weapon sales as a result of the Arms Export Control Act. But the JRDs have to pass the Senate and House and signed by the president in order to be adopted. But I thought that, wait a minute, I'm probably wrong, guys. Correct me in the comment section. I thought that it's something where Biden could just he don't have to go through Senate and Congress, but I don't know. The first resolution, SJ Resolution 11, applied to the tank cartridge sales. The final vote was 1879-1, which is a weird one. Who the fuck was the one that voted present? Okay. Senators supporting the JRD on tank cartridge sales was Dick Durbin, Martin Heinrich, Massey Hirono, Tim Kaine, that's a shocker, Angus King, Ben Ray Lejeune, Ed Markey, Jeff Murphy, Chris Murphy, I know some of these motherfuckers, John Ossoff, Bernie Sanders, Brian Schultz, Gene Shaheen, Tina Smith, Chris Van Hollen, Raphael Warnock, Elizabeth Warren, and Peter Welch. George Hemney joined the group to vote against the shipments of military equipment and other moral rounds. On Tuesday, Sanders held a press conference with Senators Jeff Murphy, Peter Welch, and Chris Van Hollen to discuss the resolution. All of this death and destruction is being supported by U.S. taxpayers. Duh. The U.S. has provided in recent times over $18 billion in military aid to Israel and delivered more than 50,000 tons of armaments and military equipment, he told attendees. In other words, as Americans, we are complicit. You're damn right we are. I'm definitely complicit. And that makes me very disgusted. It makes me very disgusted. $18 billion in aid to kill people. If you had a heart, if you voted for one of these two fucking parties, you should have a heart not to vote for anyone or vote for Jill Stein. Jill Stein will stop this bullshit. She has the power to. The president has the power to stop this shit. A group of House members, including Representative Premier Gerald Paul, Joaquin Castro, and Barbara Lee, released a statement saying they would vote for the JRDs if they were given an opportunity. We urge senators to support these joint resolutions of disapproval to block specific offensive sales to Israel, upholding U.S. law that prohibits arms transfers to countries that engage in a constant pattern of gross violations of internationally recognized human rights or restricted delivery of U.S. humanitarian assistance. They said the U.S. must use its leverage to safeguard civilian lives, secure a lasting ceasefire, and advance a pathway towards peace. Leading up to the vote, 50 activists were arrested for occupying Senate atrium, demanding that senators back to JRDs. The U.S. had already sent $18 billion of weapons to Israel since the start of the genocide, which Israel has suspended at this point from Gaza to across Palestine to Lebanon, said Action Center for Race and the Economy campaign director Rami Kademi, one of the main organizers of the action. These weapons have been used to kill tens of thousands of men, women, and children, and have destroyed schools, hospitals, and homes. Meanwhile, our community needs healthcare, foods, and jobs to continue to go amid. Yep, $18 billion for Israel, but yeah, you need healthcare. Either die or go into medical debt. You need food. If you shoplift, we'll put you in the system. You'd be another political prisoner. Not political, be another prisoner, a slave prisoner. And jobs, we'll give you a shitty ass job at McDonald's paying $10 an hour while, you probably still be homeless or you have to live with somebody else or roommate. Yeah, that's America for you. We need an arms embargo now, and we need to put people at the forefront of U.S. policies, not the profits of weapons companies. Over 110 human rights organizations, including Amnesty International, USA, and Human Rights Watch, issued a statement urging Congress to vote for the resolution. I'm gonna read this and I'm done. I'm gonna go to the next one. Continued arms transfers to the Israeli government are contrary to U.S. law and the Biden administration's own arms transfer policy, which includes restrictions on arms transfers to many countries based on human rights, international humanitarian law, and humanitarian assistance criteria notes. For example, U.S. law prohibits military aid to governments that restrict the delivery of U.S. humanitarian assistance, as demonstrated by the National Security Memorandum. Oh, I'm so retarded. 20 process the Biden administration has not complied with these standards. Of course not. Like, Blinken knew that Israel was blocking food and aid to Gaza. Yeah, the next story. Yeah, all these motherfuckers should be getting arrest warrants for the ICC. I could read this and I'm done. The Service Employees International Union, the SEIU, which represents nearly 2 million workers, put on a statement in support of the resolutions. SEIU members have made clear that they want an end to taxpayer dollars being used to fund military aid that enables attacks against innocent civilians in Gaza, said SEIU International President April Verrett. It's time for senators to take action to help bring about a peaceful resolution to this conflict. So, yeah, I'm gonna stop right there, y'all. Y'all get it. Senate voted against it. Surprise, surprise. I'm not surprised. Is it a good gesture that 19? Well, it said 18. I think the other one voted on another type of resolution. Is it good that these people voted against it, try to block it? Yes. I'm not gonna, even though I don't like these people, I really don't, because they too late. Like, you 410 days into a fucking genocide, and now you say, oh, okay, we need to write nicely worded letters and make a resolution to block it. Like, you should have did that on fucking day one. Day fucking one. If they did this on day one, I'd give them credit. I say, hey, at least they fighting, but hell no, I ain't gonna give them credit. I acknowledge what they doing is good, but I'm not gonna praise them like another few other counts doing. Like, wow. Okay, gal. Now the next story is wow. I hate saying this guy's name. I'm just gonna call him BB. Bitch ass BB, Benjamin Netanyahu. The ICC, man, I guess they too late, man. Like, this guy, well, like, they should have been more active. It's loading here. This is from the New York Times. It says Netanyahu's arrest sought by International Criminal Court. Yeah, I get your terms, whatever. The ICC, don't you hate pop-ups? The ICC rejected Israel's challenge to its jurisdiction and also issued a warrant for a top Hamas official, Hovav, I think his name Hovav or something. Its chief prosecutor is seeking their arrest warrants for war crimes in Israel and Gaza. What crimes in his own country, like Gaza? But okay. Well, Palestine, but should I play this video? Probably. It said, here are the latest developments. The International Criminal Court on Thursday issued arrest warrant for Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel and his former, Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, accusing them of war crimes and crimes against humanity in Gaza and dealing with an extraordinary blow to Israel's global standing as it presses on with war on multiple fronts. Now, let me say this. Obviously Benjamin Netanyahu and Yoav Gallant are complicit, right? We all get that, right? Ain't no question about that. But what about the motherfuckers that are aiding and abetting in the genocide? Like Joe Biden, Anthony Blinken, the whole U.S. government. Like, they should have arrest warrants for them too. ICC, where that at? Like, I don't care how old Joe Biden is. Like, all these motherfuckers need to be in The Hague. I'm just saying. The court also issued a warrant for the arrest of Mohammed Deif, of course, right? God. Hamas military chief accusing him of crimes against humanity, including murder, hostage taking, and sexual violence. How many times sexual violence has been debunked? Why are they still talking about Israel has said that it killed Dr. Deef in an airstrike, but the court said it could not determine whether he was dead. Yeah, Israel's lied. So I guess, oh God. The court's chief prosecutor requested the warrants in May. The warrants issued Thursday had not been made public, but the court said they include accusations of using starvation as a weapon of war, of course, and internationally directing attack against a civilian population. Like, my thing is, if you're going to get the hostages back, would you try to negotiate? But no, let's not negotiate. Let's just drop airstrikes every 5 minutes on random buildings and churches and schools and hospitals. Yeah, that's bitch Netanyahu's thinking. I want to actually get rid of these people. I gotta watch what I say on YouTube. I want to unalive these people because I'm a evil piece of shit, and I believe that I'm an evil piece of shit Zionist. Yeah, y'all get what I'm saying. Mr. Netanyahu's office swiftly rejected what they call absurd and false accusations and insisted that Israel will keep fighting in Gaza to defend its citizens. The Israeli leader will not surrender to the pressures. He will not recoil or withdraw until all of the war's goals. Yeah, until all the Palestinians are gone. That's what he talking about, all of the war's goals that were set at the start of the battle he achieved. The office said in a statement, the places Mr. Netanyahu, the leader of the leaders of one of the United States' closest allies, in the same lineup as President Vladimir Putin of Russia, the target of an arrest warrant issued last year. Yeah, they really know they gave Putin an arrest warrant because of what happened in Ukraine. Mr. Netanyahu and Mr. Gallant will face the risk of arrest should they travel to one of the court's 124 member nations, which include most European countries. The United States is not a member of the court. Of course, so he could go to the United States and give a speech on the House floor like he's a fucking God King and motherfuckers clapping and, oh God, thanks APEC told me to support you. Oh, these some sick motherfuckers, man. This world, man, going to hell in a handbasket, man. Hamas officials celebrated the warrants against Mr. Netanyahu and Mr. Gallant without mentioning the accusations against Mr. Deef. Izzat al-Rashid, a senior Hamas official, said that regardless of whether the arrests were made, the truth has been revealed is the international justice with us and against Israel in Gaza. Palestinians expressed cautious optimism and hope news could signal move to an end to more than a year of war. Yeah, what happened on October 7th was, it happened. I hate violence. I'm gonna say that, but I mean, at some kind of point in time, I'm gonna say this, man. Like, people keep fucking with you, eventually you're gonna have to do something. I'm just saying. I was gonna say, I'll say I'm pro Hamas and all that stuff. I am, like, I mean, what else they gonna do? Here's what else we know. Global outcry. Israel has faced increasingly condemnation over the war against Hamas. It's not a war. It's a genocide. Well, they said against Hamas, but really, like, they really going after Hamas, or they going after Hamajab, which they shot in the car, or man, so many people, so many Palestinians, man. Well, more than 44,000 Palestinians have been killed, according to the Gaza Health Ministry, which does not distinguish between civilians and combatants. Israel maintains that it fights in accordance with the international laws of war. Hamas officials, of course, they didn't mention that, right? The ICC chief prosecutor, Karim Khan, in May, had also sought arrest warrants for Yahya Sinwar. Yeah, they killed him, the leader of Hamas, and Ismail Haniyeh, the top. Both have been killed. Israel claimed that it killed Mr. Deef in an airstrike in Gaza in July. Lebanon talks. The court's announcement came while a top Biden administration envoy, Amos Hochstein, was in Israel and scheduled to meet with Mr. Netanyahu. Mr. Hochstein has been the region pushing for a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah, and the Lebanese militant group that has been clashing with Israel over the last year in solidarity with Hamas. And I think this is it. Autocratic company. Mr. Netanyahu is among only a handful of world leaders sought for arrest by the ICC. They made to include Mr. Putin, the Russian president, over the invasion of Ukraine. Muammar Gaddafi, who ruled Libya until his death in 2011, and Kudu Laurent Gbagbo, the president of the Ivory Coast for crimes against humanity in wake of the disputed 2010 election. So yeah, I'm finna play this video. It's probably just a graphic. Let me see. Yeah, no sound. Wait a minute. There's no sound. Yeah, these fucking sickos, man. Look at all this. Look at all these Palestinians, man. This, yeah, man.
خايفة عليهم يا رب قتلوا ليل قتلوه. ابني بده صاروخ بده يطلع على القمر يكتشف القمر، بقول لي يا ماما يا رب يجي صاروخ واطلع عليه، مش فاهم انه الصاروخ اجا وفتفت.
See, schools. Yeah. Wow. What does a school full of kids and adults have to do with fucking, like, that's yeah, New York Times is not a good article, not a good source, but yeah, yeah, so yeah, the ICC, man, like I said this in a tweet, like these international, like, supposed to hold countries and people accountable, like, they are fucking useless. Like, you're 410 days too late. Like, you like, well, like, you issue a waiver warrants. Crazy is he could go to the United States anytime he want to. He won't get arrested, but he can't go to European countries and other countries. So what's the point? Like, I don't know, man. It's crazy. Yeah, so okay, guys. Now I got one more funny news story for y'all, man. Well, not really a news story, but it's just, oh god, liberals. I just crazy. Morgan on my fucking screen, like, I can't believe I got Piers Morgan on my fucking screen, like, oh my god. But I'm just gonna play a section of this. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, obviously. I hope Piers Morgan ain't. I don't think so, because people are using this. So fortunately, Piers Morgan is not using this for his own gain or good. Oh god, you gotta be careful these days, man. Like, we almost got a second copyright strike because YouTube thought I was using third-party content again. So yeah, this is between Jank and Alan, 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 whatever the fuck his name is. I don't guess he's some kind of poster or something, some Democratic-based poster, and he predicted Kamala will win, and Jank telling him that he was wrong all along. And I think this guy Alan, I think too, did he did he say that Biden still was gonna win after that horrible debate? Now, I believe if Biden was still in the race, I believe that it'll be a Reagan type shit. I swear to God, man. Like, yeah. The liberals are crying now. Now, they open the tears now, but now they just, they don't like, what I'm saying. But yeah, so I'm gonna play it, man. This is the last one. Damn, I covered a lot today. Okay, here we go.
About the keys were absurd. I was right. He was wrong. I said he'd lose his keys.
No, you were
before the election.
Not wrong. That's a cheap shot, and I won't stand for it.
Oh, brother.
You should not make cheap shots at me.
Who won? You in a total world of denial.
I read your own followers' comments, and they all trashed you, every one of them. And
yeah, he's a liberal, Jank. Liberals aren't in denial. Like, I'm pretty sure some of the motherfuckers are saying some real extreme shit like the election was stolen. I hope 1-6 don't happen. It'll be a bunch of liberals out there though. I don't know why this thing blocking my view. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Like, people just so egotistical. Like, just admit Kamala was a bad candidate and she ran a horrible campaign. Alan, whatever the fuck your name is. Oh, here we go. This is good.
Supported me.
Yeah,
so quiet with your personal attacks.
Come find out again.
Make whatever point you want. Don't
Look,
make it personal.
You don't know anything. You don't know anything.
You attacked me personally.
You're so deluded.
Oh, right. I've only been a professor for 51 years.
On this program, I've never been able to finish a thought.
How many books have you published? No, because you're personally attacking me again. Say whatever you want, but I'm not.
Y'all, personally attacking me. Okay.
Hey, but brother, you got it wrong. You were preposterously and stupidly wrong. So, okay, all right. Can I just finish a goddamn...
Hey, I didn't vote for Kamala Harris, but I got it wrong. I thought she was going to win a close election against Trump because the motherfucker spent $1.2 billion on her own ass and shit, but just to lose and not even get a swing state is wild to me. But yeah, like, I was wrong. Smurf was right. Tyra Peasant, she was wrong. We thought Kamala was gonna win. I think Willow too. Like, we didn't vote for her. We didn't vote for Kamala. We voted for Jill Stein, all of us. But yeah, like, I can admit when I'm wrong. Like, if I do something in the network that's detrimental to the guy, like to the group, I admit I was wrong. Like, I'm a grown, like, that's part of being an adult. Like, admitting to your own mistakes and trying to correct them and change them. But he's a liberal, so he don't understand.
Stupid.
Ever on this show?
No, not if you're personally. I admitted I was wrong. I don't need you to call me stupid.
Okay.
I'll just say, it's good to see you Democrats all getting along so well.
Who taught you manners?
It's lovely to see a post-election harmony as you all come together again.
We're just one right now.
Alan.
Hey, Alan, you deserve a tall glass of shut-up juice, so can you just shut up for a second and let someone who knows what they're doing...
You're so right, Pierre. Okay? You're so right. We're so unified right now. I will not sit here and stand for personal attacks, for blasphemy against...
Well, Jank, like, he about to explode, man. All right? Man, we go get the Jank that we saw when he was when he was at the airport, and he kept saying, "Where's the plane? Where's the plane? Where's the plane?" Y'all remember that? Like, this motherfucker lost his damn mind. Now, if I did that shit, police be carrying me out that motherfucking airport. But Jank, he's white. He's a white man, so he's Turkish, but he white. So I guess they eventually kicked him off the plane. Yeah, they kicked him off the plane. Obviously, like, motherfucker, you screaming at these people like, shit happens. You at the airport, like, I missed flights. Flights been late. One time I was at the airport. What happened? Fuck. Yeah. The plane was low on oil, so they had to fly another plane from the other city, man. And I supposed to be like at a destination like in the evening, like 3 o'clock, and I was there like at 7:30 at night. So yeah, like, gotta have patience in this world, Jank. Everything doesn't go your way. Oh man, that guy Alan killing me. He's like, you. Oh God, man. Oh God, this. End this show on a good note, man. Hell, why not? Yeah.
You don't need to do that. You don't
blasphemy against you. What the hell are you? Are you Jesus Christ, you loser? Okay, can I just give the correct answer for once? Okay, here we go. So, guys, you're blaming disinformation. There was disinformation. There was the cats and the dogs nonsense. The points you're making about undocumented immigrants, I agree with, Alan, okay? But that didn't cost the election. The main disinformation was about how the election was going to be rigged, and it wasn't rigged.
No, it wasn't. The cats and dog thing was a nothing burger. Like, everybody laughed at it, made memes about it. Hell, I posted a meme about it. Like, that's still, like, Trump still won. So, like, rhetoric don't matter at this point. Like, people, the reason why Kamala Harris won, because people looked in their bank accounts and look at their wallets and it was dust in that motherfucker. That was why she lost. And also, too, she's still aiding and abetting in a fucking genocide. That's why she lost. Not no cats and dogs. That shit. Yeah, like, okay.
It was dumb. They won easily. There was no need for that disinformation. You guys are missing the whole point. The people who are at fault are not other people. It is the candidate, Kamala Harris, the previous candidate, Joe Biden, Democratic Party, Democratic leadership. You guys don't want to admit that they're the problem. They're the cancer in the Democratic Party. So you blindly lash out at the vote.
Yeah, you called Kamala Harris and Joe Biden cancer, but you told people to support them? If they cancer, man, no, man. No, I gotta, maybe fuck that blue. Yeah, blue. I go to the Green Party and get Jill Stein and try to get people to vote for her. Like, or vote for her myself. Like, yeah, okay. He's not wrong. I mean, Jank is not wrong. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying, like, like these motherfuckers have been fucking cancer for a long. The Democratic Party been cancer forever. Hell, shit since the fucking what 90s, 80s. I would say late 70s to now. That's when they've been cancer. Before then, before Citizens United. I guess they was probably still wasn't all that great either. But yeah, it gets worse every year because the Democrats move further and further to the right. Oh God.
Voters, at information, at social media, and you want to shut down anyone who disagrees with you. That's not the correct answer. There are three wings of the Democrat.
Yeah, like the time liberals damn near hell they could have got Ty Peasant's account suspended because they claimed she was a racist and all that shit. I mean, like, if you look at what she said, it's not racist. Like, these motherfuckers liberals, boy. They talk about the conservatives doing this, but liberals, you kind of the same level. So, oh yeah, also too, y'all, keep forgetting to mention this. Like the video, please. When you like it, it pushes out in the algorithm. Like the video. Back to let me see. Here.
Democratic Party. There's the establishment wing that the great majority, almost everyone on television supports and kisses the ass of and does propaganda for. That wing has led to disaster. They lost to Donald Trump twice, nearly lost to him 3 times. And then the other wing is called the progressive wing, but those are two different sets of people. In the progressive, so-called progressive wing, what you have is the identitarian left, the people who do what the right wing would call woke politics and identity politics, and that is disastrous. That's what the trans ad was at the end, and it cost us. The most popular part of the Democratic Party is the populist left. That is the Bernie Sanders 2016 campaign. That part says, let's do super popular economic proposals like paid family leave, higher minimum wage, universal health care, public option. Let's do all of these things. And the establishment goes, no, our corporations don't want that. Our donors don't want that. So we'll just do identity politics. And maybe identity politics will unite the left. But it didn't.
Now I bet you they're going to move from identity politics to being border hawks just like the Republicans are. The Democrats never, like, this is why, Jank, maybe you should, like, look at other options. Like, I'm just saying, like, you know they're never gonna learn. Like, why are you still on the bandwagon where you think you can push these motherfuckers left? Like, Jank, they don't like you, bro. Did Kamala sit down and interview with you in California? No. So, well, yeah, that tells you all you need to know, like, and you still telling people, like, you know, Kamala's a bad candidate, but, you know, she's better than Donald Trump, or, you know, or we can push her left, like, make her more popular. No, you can't, man.
Identity politics led to disaster. It was a poison within the Democratic Party, used, ironically, by the establishment Democrats because they didn't want to talk about popular proposals because their donors hate those proposals.
Okay, let me bring in Harry. You tweeted or posted on let's see.
Yeah, I fuck Harry, man. Fuck yeah, I ain't talking about no Harry. Hell no. Harry is the biggest shit lib of them all, man. Holy hell. All right, guys, that was a fun show. that's the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I love doing this. This is my therapy, man. Like, I could just do this for an hour to an hour and a half. It's phenomenal. Yeah, man, I'm so grateful to do this, be able to do this. This is my therapy. So, yeah, even though it's some sad ass stories, but the last one where Junk and Alan was harping to each other like petty adolescent children, that was funny. Some shameless plugs before we go. Donate to Tired Peasant. Her cash app on the bottom of the ticker is Liz4285. Let me see. Travis, the ATP publicist, his cash app is KBarrow11. And also to Provolone, her cash app on the bottom too is Miss Provolone 1967. And also too, my podcast, Real Recognize Real, is available on all major podcasting platforms. So yeah, y'all, I'm a busy motherfucker. And also too, next week, hopefully, Under the Willow Tree will be bi-weekly basis. It gives more time for Willow and Marty to come up, with talking points and articles and, stories and stuff. Make it more, the more time you give, the more time you give somebody, the more efficient they'll be. And also too, Under the Willow Tree is available on the podcasting section of the ATP Network channel. So go to the podcasting section and watch it, man. It's good. The end where we just would chill, like the first episode, just talking about music and stuff, like in movies and stuff. It's just fun. So yeah, y'all, thank you guys for watching me. Follow me on Blue Sky. I need to put my fucking Blue Sky on here. Hold on, give me a second. Follow me on Blue Sky, guys. That's my handle, conraddre.bluesky.social. I'm almost at 300 followers. I'm growing. I grow pretty fast. I had like 30 or 40, but yeah. Yeah. This on Blue Sky, you'll get the personal side of Andre. Like, yeah, I'll be in my feelings and shit. And on Twitter, it's business. Y'all know the family on Twitter at Lake Show Boy 24. So, thank you guys again for watching. I'm Andre Morton of ATP Live signing out. Have a good one.